guys. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. If nobody has said it to you yet, a very cheery St. Patrick's Day. That's not Irish. Hey, a very happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. It's 9 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about freedom. Freedom to just be who you are. The empowerment. Empowering women. I want to talk about that. And I'm going to start off by talking about Tucker Carlson. His show Monday night. Now, I didn't do a whole lot of research. I didn't remember a whole lot of names from this. This is kind of more just from my heart. I just wanted to do an opinion piece just from my heart. Okay, so I did a little research on what he said in his show Monday night. He was talking about the Grammys. Specifically, he was talking about Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's performance of WAP. Okay. I noticed he had an African-American woman on with him that was agreeing with him, his agreeing with Tucker Carlson's opinions. She was a conservative woman. And basically Tucker Carlson was frightened, terrified that, this is just the ripping apart of America's fabrics. He thinks this is actually a plot to destroy America, and it's specifically aimed at our children. Oh God, the children! Won't somebody think of the children? That's they always go there. All right, we've heard. I don't even know where to start with this. We've heard this for years. I remember hearing about Elvis and his shaking his hips. And and he was performing that African American music, shaking them hips, and oh my God, this was going to destroy America. We've been hearing this for years from these conservative, uptight, insecure men. That's what it sounded like. So I mean, he's just Tucker Carlson his words were terrified, and and I noticed this too. When he mentioned children a lot, okay? Now, it's not my job to, I have my freedoms too. I can watch what I want. I can see what I want. If you don't want your children to watch it, don't let them watch it. If you think something is dangerous or harmful to your children, then it's your responsibility to keep them away from it. Don't take away my right and my freedom to watch whatever I want. So that puts an end to that whole children argument right there. Another thing I noticed, and this was kind of on the sneak, subconscious, Tucker Carlson kept mentioning how it was aimed at destroying America and its youth. And there was, to me, it was a definite reference to the letter of the alphabet, the theory about Democrats and deep state. You know that theory. To me, it definitely, Tucker Carlson didn't say anything, but he kept mentioning about, it was going to it seemed like it was purposely destroying America and the fabric, and the children of today are being harmed. Oh my God, what are they doing to the children? And to me, it definitely had references. He was feeding into that whole letter of the alphabet theory, without saying it. All right, now, the African-American woman, I call her that because I don't remember her name. This isn't about her. To me, you want my honest opinion, he had her on there. I'm sure she's a conservative, and I'm sure she was probably offended by this, but I think he specifically had her on there because he's been attacking that demographic a lot lately with Meghan Markle. And I think he kind of needed that demographic on the stage, just so he could claim that it wasn't about that. So anyway, destroying America. We've heard this over the. I don't know. I could name, Elvis, like I said, shaking his hips. There was all the black American rock and rollers, Chuck Berry, Little Richard. I remember in the 70s, they didn't want to show I Dream of Jeannie. They didn't want to show her belly button. It's going to destroy America. Again, these are uptight. It's been going on for years. It's an attempt to control women. That's the way I see it. And just to control a couple demographics. To me, that show at the Grammys empowered women. To me, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion they owned their sexuality up on that stage. That was their song. They're getting paid for it. They're telling you what gets them fired up. God bless them. For how many years have guys talked about, ooh, that's getting me going, getting me going down south there. Man, come on, we've heard this for years on TV shows. Guys had no problem saying stuff like that, about being affected by certain visual stimuli. But, when a woman says it, oh my God, you're tearing apart the fabric of society. And then if it's a specific demographic of women, oh my God, this has got to be some socialist communist plot to destroy the very fabric of our universe. It's women taking back their sexuality. God bless them. Making money, them owning their sexuality. I love it. I was never one of those guys that always had to make the first move. I was never one of those guys that was put off if a woman kind of took the lead one night on date night or whatever. Hell yeah, man. Go for it. Go for it. I love it. I'll take the bottom. I don't mind. Geez, I hope this video is okay on YouTube. It reminds me of, let's say, remember Marilyn Monroe, okay? The whole Playboy empire, Hugh Hefner's entire empire was launched by those Marilyn Monroe photos. I haven't researched it, but I'd be willing to bet she didn't get a penny for those photos. She was known back by her other name then. Emma Jean, I can't remember, but what about the videos? How about the heavy metal videos back in the 80s and 90s? I think they would go through the local Hooters or the local erotic dancing establishments, throw some of the women couple hundred bucks. Hey, you want to be in a metal video? And they would use those women. I'm sure Tucker Carlson has no problem with those videos. The old hairband, White Lion videos from the 80s. What was the one where Tawny Katane was on the car? Anyway, this is women owning their sexuality, getting paid for it. God bless them. To me, that is empowerment. That is the epitome of empowerment. That performance they put on. Now, their dancing, their movements, had connotations from the LGBTQ community. I'm phrasing it this way for YouTube and for my videos. I gotta be careful. I still gotta be careful with my monetization and everything. So that's why I'm phrasing it this way. But since when is love a dangerous thing? I've told you guys before, not that it matters. I'm a heterosexual male. I have people in my family. I have friends that are different interests. And God bless them. Two people in love is a beautiful thing. What they do in their bedroom is none of my business. None of my business at all. But if you have two people that love each other, that truly love each other and willing to do anything for each other to love each other through sickness and health and all that, God bless them. It's none of my business. That's freedom right there. Apparently, people like Tucker Carlson, this scares the hell out of them. The children, oh my God, tearing apart the fabric of society. We're going to hear a big rip, and then reality is just going to rip apart, apparently. That's the way Tucker Carlson made it sound after the Grammys. Uptight, insecure, frightened, old-fashioned, little bow tie wearing men. One thing I want to mention, I listened to the Diamond and Silk show the other day, and they were speaking out against, I think it's the HR 1 voting bill to protect voter voting rights, especially, like, as we know, in Georgia, the big difference was that more African Americans voted, especially women, African Americans. And And the George Floyd bill just passed last week. And I was listening to Diamond and Silk. If you're not familiar with them, they're two African-American women that are Trump supporters. And they were speaking out against both these things. Now, that's their right. That's their right. I mean, we all got to get paid somehow. I found the thing I noticed is they never used the word George Floyd. They called it the defund the police bill. These two women never said a word about George Floyd. Now, I'm Native American and a white man, so I really don't have much room to talk here. I don't know why women like this do what they do. It would seem, I would think that they would want to protect, they would be especially interested in protecting the voting rights and the health and freedom rights of people of their race that look like them, that are like their family. I was kind of surprised, but like I said, everybody's got to make their money somehow. So, all right, those are my thoughts for today. You guys have a good Wednesday. I'll be back later with another video.